Today I'm ranking every Super Mario Party minigame based on how dangerous it would be if it was in real life. This is gonna be crazy. In this minigame, you have to figure out which character is missing, and there's nothing dangerous about this other than how dangerously boring it is. This one, I think it's gonna have to go into meh. It's not so bad that it's tiring, but it's also just kind of boring. Here's the dilemma. I think it's really cool that you're able to jump on the clouds and get coins, but in real life, you cannot jump on clouds. You would fall straight through that, and they look like they're very high up in the air. They all are high up in the clouds, in the fun zone. But really, in real life, you'd fall all the way down to your grave. Really, all this is a baseball pitching machine, and you're hitting the baseballs with a bat. There's nothing really dangerous about that. You can also hit it so hard that it flies up and hits the star in the back, which is pretty cool. You do run the risk of getting hit with a baseball, but I honestly think it's pretty safe, and I'm gonna say it's actually just fun. So it's so safe, and it's fun, so I'm putting it in fun. Just to make this clear, things can be safe, but not fun, so they go into meh. They can be safe and fun, so they go into fun, or they can just be safe and kind of in the middle, and then they would go in safe. That's kind of how that works. The first thing I think when I see this is, these people are going to bump into each other and fall off of those barrels. I immediately think of pain when I see this. Oh, guys, we gotta stop barrel rolling because Monty Mole broke his foot when he fell off the barrel. That's exactly what would happen. Because Monty Mole might break his foot, I'm gonna put that in pain. There's not really any danger associated with what's going on here. It kind of looks like this would get tiring after a while. Yeah, I'm gonna just put this in tiring because sitting there moving the baton for a long period of time, that's gotta be tiring. Okay, I'm gonna say that a bunch of cannons is probably not very safe, but it looks like you're shooting little bouncy balls, so that doesn't look like it could do too much damage. If one of those wooden blocks fell on you though, that would probably hurt. Now hear me out, now hear me out, now hear me out. I'm going to put this in safe, just because the way that you play the minigame, it seems pretty safe. It also seems pretty fun, but because there might be some danger, I'm gonna bring it down to just safe. Can you imagine how tiring it would be to have to run around finding which of these things is lit up to punch it? Oh my goodness, I probably would get worn out so fast doing that. This is definitely going into tiring. This is dangerous. You got a bunch of people rolling around in plastic or glass balls, flying at each other at Mach speed. I don't want to see any of you in the comments saying, well, actually, it's pretty safe looking. No, it's not. Let's not kid ourselves. It's probably gonna kill you. Doesn't Mario have something better to do than sit around shaking a jar of candy? Is this why we don't have the second movie yet? He's busy doing this? Honestly, it's just meh. I could see it being a little bit tiring shaking that jar around, but it's just meh. Oh, heck yeah, pancakes. Oh, those look good. I gotta put that in fun. Just grabbing pancakes, and I'm assuming you're gonna eat all of them. I think we're on a pretty good streak, and the next one is also gonna be really safe. Dang it, I shouldn't have said that, because in this one, you would pull the cloth, all of these glasses would fall on you, and you would have broken glass all over you. Oh yeah, a bunch of broken glass all over. I think that's definitely safe. Nope, pain. Wow, this is actually kind of terrifying. You're running away from dudes that are punching super fast and hard. You don't know what's coming next. Oh, it's kind of freaky. I was gonna put it into pain, but if you got caught in that group of all those dudes punching, I don't think you'd make it out of it. I think I gotta put it in rip. Rest in peace, Mario. He got punched in by one of those guys. I don't exactly know what to say about this one. I think it'd be pretty tiring to be one of the people throwing the darts because they just look really big. But if you're driving the thing, it all looks pretty safe, honestly. I don't know, I feel like you guys are gonna be mad at me in the comments, but I'm just gonna put this into safe. Wow, look at the board. It's actually pretty even. There's a little bit of a risk when it comes to running around in a kitchen with a bunch of plates in your hand, but I think at the end of the day, this is just really tiring more than anything. Guess what? It's going into tiring. Some minigames in Mario Party make me question what is wrong with all of the Mario characters, because why would you want to wake the Wiggler if you know it's going to murder you? Let me know in the comments if you can survive a Wiggler attack. I cannot, and I assume most of you can't, so I'm putting it in RIP. We'll never see Monty Mole in a Mario game again. He got eaten by the Wiggler. This is a normal quiz up until the point to where you fall into a pit of despair. Some of you are gonna be like, oh, there's something soft on the bottom. We just saw Monty Mole get eaten by Wiggler. You think they're gonna put something soft on the bottom? No, they're gonna let you die down there. I'm sticking by it. I'm gonna put that one in RIP. Guys, come on. What are we doing here? You're crawling on a chain link fence above lava while somebody hits bombs at you? What is going on? This is the easiest ranking of my life. Put it in RIP. I'm gonna ignore the fact that you could inhale some of this dust and choke on it, but this is actually just really satisfying and kind of fun looking, honestly. I know some of you might hate me in the comments, but I'm putting that in fun right next to the pancakes. This is like a carnival arcade-y type of game. I don't think anything about it is dangerous. It doesn't look too tiring, just looks like a lot of fun. Once again, another one in fun. We're actually kind of evening out RIP and fun. Hopefully the next few are also fun. Running around inside a maze, picking up little pieces, looks kind of boring, honestly. There's nothing super dangerous or fun about it, so I'm just gonna put it in meh. I know a lot of you out there know how to ride a horse, but most people, this would just end up in pain. They would hit a little speed boost, fall off the horse, and get injured. For some of you, this would be safe or fun, but for most people, it's just pain. Okay, in this one, you're in a dark room, trying to light up candles, carrying fire while there's bats swarming around. You're gonna trip over a bat, fall, drop the fire on the ground, burn the whole building down. This could be RIP, but I'm gonna just say at the least this is gonna be pain. Seriously though, what is wrong with Mario Party and making all these messed up mini games? It's not exactly safe to stand below a fruit tree that also has spike balls falling off of it. You're either gonna get hit by fruit or get hit by a spike ball. I personally would prefer not to get hit by a spike ball or falling fruit, so I'm gonna put this into pain. Just sounds like it hurts. This isn't safe. This looks like this would be in Squid Game. Everyone walk across the narrow pathway that has bombs and spiky guys. I don't think that's very safe. Yes, I'm analyzing. My analysis concluded that flying planes inside a tiny metal tube would probably kill you. So yeah, RIP. How big is the RIP category gonna be at the end of the video? Stay tuned for that. In this minigame, a spiky ball rolls by and you have to jump over it, which I would say is dangerous, but you could just take a step back and you would be fine. If you willingly were gonna let yourself fall onto the spike though, ow. I was just gonna say meh, but if you have to fall onto the spike if you lose, I'm gonna say pain. This is an absolute disaster waiting to happen. You got someone in a hot air balloon getting blown around by fans. That balloon is gonna pop, you're gonna fall off, you're gonna fall really far. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put another one into RIP. I don't see how you can survive this. There's some of you that might not think this is very bad, but just look what's going on. The fan is gonna blow you, you're gonna rock around, you're gonna fall off. That's not gonna end well. So in this minigame, you get different half pieces and then go into the middle and combine them with your teammates while avoiding the electric guys that will zap you. I don't even know how to rate this. Yeah, if you get zapped, that's not very safe, but the things that zap you look really easy to avoid. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue. I'm gonna put it in meh. Leave a comment down below and let me know where you would put it because I have no idea. Okay, now this one doesn't look very dangerous. You're running around with squeaky hammers trying to pop each other's balloons. I wouldn't say it's exactly something I would have a ton of fun doing, but it's not that bad. Actually, running around having to pop all those balloons looks pretty tiring to me, so I'm gonna put it into tiring. You're telling me these people all signed up to letting big football players run as fast as they can wearing full football gear into them, and they're okay with that? I'm not okay with that. That looks like that would hurt. Okay, these have to be a joke, but at least this one isn't too dangerous. If you fall off, you're just going to land in the water, which I think is going to be okay, but it's still not very safe. I think I'm gonna have to just put this into meh. It's not super safe. It's not really fun. It's not really that bad. It's just meh. You might think it's fun to carry a big bomb around though, but not me. I'm starting to think Nintendo is evil because they have a weird obsession with dropping their characters into endless pits of death. Yup, that's another rip for the pit of death. Now this is ultimate fun. Throwing boomerangs at spiky guys and killing them. Heck yeah, that's hardcore, brother. You see that one? Yeah, he deserved it. This is so hardcore. I'm so hardcore. I'm gonna put it in fun. Yeah, I'm making patterns out of fruit. This is so hardcore. This is so hardcore, I'm gonna beat up an orange. I'm so hardcore. Anyways, I'm gonna put this in meh. This minigame is actually just a nice match of soccer or football, and it looks really fun. Because I couldn't find anything dangerous in there, and it looks really fun, I'm gonna put it in fun. Oh my god, once again, we have a diabolical minigame. Look at what's going on here. There's electricity, we're on top of this weird thing up in the sky. You're gonna fall off and get killed, or you're gonna get electrocuted and get killed. I have no idea why I couldn't say get killed. I was like stuck in a loop. This one's pretty self-explanatory. RIP. I refuse to believe these people actually want to do this. Let's all stand around in a circle and pass a bomb around and see who gets blown up. What the heck is wrong with everyone here? The RIP category is getting big. There's really nothing special about this minigame. You're just looking in the direction of the heart. I don't see anything dangerous about that. This one's safe, but boring, so you know it's gotta go into meh. Ah yes, my favorite activity to do when I'm at home. Holding a magnifying glass and trying to focus in on a toad. This one's boring. In this minigame, Toad puts a toad inside a toad, which goes inside a toad. And it looks very just normal. This is a little less boring than the last two, so I'm gonna put it in safe, even though we were going on a pretty good boring streak. Oh, heck yeah, using math to blow stuff up. If only I knew how to do math. This is pretty much the same thing as earlier, blowing stuff up, so I'm gonna just put that in safe. I'm calling it right now, the next three are gonna be the most dangerous. Okay, so we're in the desert at night using our metal detectors to dig up treasure. The desert can be dangerous. Also, nighttime can be dangerous. Also, there's pokies. Those guys can be dangerous. I don't know, what do you think? Digging around in the desert all night? That's tiring. Dang it, this one isn't really dangerous either. This actually looks really fun. You're just placing down different pieces trying to create a face as accurate as possible. Doing that in real life would be really fun. We're over halfway through at this point, but we have a ton more to go, so let's keep going. Any minigame where you can get chonked by a piranha plant is a no in my book. Look at their teeth, they're so sharp and pointy. That would just kill you. I don't know why I got so southern at the end, but that is an RIP, brother. Now, this minigame is called Nut Cases, and you gotta guess how many nuts are in these cases. I'm still southern, and I'm gonna rate this safe. Now, this reminds me of good old fishing back on the farm. I'm even more southern. I'll tell you what, ain't nothing wrong with fishing. It's as safe as can be. Hey guys, I just got back from being southern. Oh my god, Monty Mole just got crushed. In case you didn't see what was going on there, someone was riding around on a chain chomp committing murder. That's gonna go into RIP. This might be the most tiring minigame of all. You're running around on slippery ice trying to herd penguins into an area. Oh my goodness. That's going in tiring. This minigame is really funny because it's slightly difficult because of how you move the Joy-Con around, but in real life you would just click the pieces together perfectly super easily. I'm sorry, but in real life this is meh. Oh, it would be so fun to have a pie food fight with your friends, just throwing pies at each other. That would really be awesome. This definitely goes into fun. That'd be so cool. I know I said the penguin minigame looked really tiring, but this looks really tiring. You're pushing as hard as you can to get the water to come out faster. Oh my goodness, that would be tiring. This might be the most tiring so far. This is whack-a-mole. It's kind of screwed up that they're making Monty Mole whack his own people. Justice for Monty Mole! Also, I'm gonna put this in safe. In this minigame, you hear a bunch of different noises, and then a curtain closes, and you guess which noise it was based on the ones you heard before. Seems pretty safe to me. Okay, go into safe. If you've ever played Tug of War, you'll know this is so tiring. Not only is Tug of War tiring, but honestly, I feel like it kind of sucks. I never enjoyed it. Hey man, what are you doing today? Nothing much, just running around on a train, counting toads for fun. You wanna join me? Heck yeah, man, I'll join you. Hey man, why are you putting it in meh? Oh, I'm just putting it in meh because it sucks. First of all, we've been over this. You can't sit on clouds. Second of all, there are giant dragon fish things in the water, serpent creatures. Those things would eat you. I gotta put this one into rip. How's about we get into a giant robot crab and kill people? What? You're sick, Mario Party. You're sick, evil, and twisted. In this minigame, you're trying your hardest to be in the center of the photo the Koopa takes by punching everyone out of the way. Why would you do this for fun? It's just pain. Everyone hold the big cup and try and catch popcorn in it, but watch out, there's flaming boulders. Wow, there are so many in rip. Whenever there's a minigame like this where you're climbing like all the way up into space, I just wonder, how do they get down safely? In real life, you probably don't. I'm gonna pretend that you do get down safely though, and that means there's only one option for this minigame. I'm not gonna climb all the way to the top of that pole. That is so tiring looking. I don't care what Nintendo was trying to do here. This is not fun. This is a chore. You're just putting stuff away. You can't fool me, Nintendo. I know this is a chore and chores are boring. I don't know how this would work in real life, but I'm imagining it as like bumper cars that are hanging with a magnet on the bottom. Sounds kind of fun to me. You would think I'd put this in rip because you'd probably crash, but I'm feeling a little goofy. I'm gonna put this in fun. Just gonna pretend this is at an arcade and they figured out the safety hazards. In this minigame, you pick which square has the most squares. It's not super fun. It's not super meh. Just putting it in safe. Now you're speaking my language. Cooking tasty food. Oh, that looks so good. I love me some tasty food. That's going in fun. I don't even know how you would orchestrate this in real life. Skewering fruit on top of pirate ships with swords. I don't even know how you do that, but it doesn't look very safe to me. I'm not sure where to put this, but I'm just gonna put it in pain. You can't fool me, Jeff Bezos. I know that you paid for this minigame to be made to train children to learn to work for Amazon, and I will not fall for it. Honestly, doing this in real life would be kinda boring. I have no clue how in real life you'd be able to make a giant stack of shaved ice with penguins, but you're on a cloud, and as we've stated, if you're on a cloud in one of these mini games in real life, you'd fall through the cloud. And you have a big drill shaving ice, that's not gonna end well. I'm gonna have to put this one in rip. In this mini game, you walk around spraying water at people, and this one would be so much fun if the goal wasn't to knock them off the edge. That'll hurt if you fall off of that. Definitely putting this one in pain. This mini game looks like it could be both fun and dangerous at the same time. I'm just imagining in real life it's at like a fair or something, and they figured out the safety concerns, so I think it's just fun. That's another one for fun. In this mini game, you have a line between you and your partner, and you have to match the shape in the middle. In real life, I think this could be a pretty fun thing to do with a friend. I don't think this is the most fun thing ever, so I'm just gonna put it in safe. Having a paddle race on boats with friends would be really fun. Just 2 boats and a bunch of people on each boat trying to see how fast you can go. I'm gonna put that in fun. Oh, fun's finally gotten bigger. As funny as you'd think a maze full of bananas would be in real life, you can just step over them, and also banana peels aren't even that slippery in real life. Unfortunately, this one is just meh. Can't fool me, Nintendo. This is just cleaning some business people's windows. This isn't a game. This is just a job. I'm putting this in tiring because it's just a job. Running around punching bricks just sounds like it's gonna hurt. I'm putting this one in pain. In this minigame, you match cards and they're giant. I think this will be fun in real life, matching giant cars with your friends. Sounds like a good time. It's not really extremely fun. It's not that boring, so I'll put it in safe. This is not dangerous at all. You're just standing around posing. Might be dangerously embarrassing or cringe for some people, though. I'm gonna put this in meh. I don't see anything very dangerous with this minigame, but it would get really tiring to have to keep stomping on this button over and over. I'm gonna put this one in tiring. I thought we were done with the insane ones, but what the heck is this? You're in a cave full of lava, hitting bombs back and forth to each other. What is going on here? This is horrible. That's another one for Rip. We're on the last minigame. This might be the most diabolical minigame of all. As an adult, riding on a trike like that would be awful. For the last minigame in Super Mario Party, I'm going to rank this tiring, and the tier list is so big that it's going off the bottom of the screen. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want me to do more tier lists for Mario Party minigames, just let me know. I've done a bunch of other tier lists, so check out the playlist that's gonna pop up on the screen. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!